doesn't seem to be on any of these stations.
Keep looking.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
Here it is.
Too late. I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. It's faster.
One pellet from a giant chicken!
Now, Eds.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. Right, I've seen this chap before. There's a chap with two incredibly deep, impacted, difficult to remove plugs, very deep in a very long ear canal and a very bendy one as well with quite a prominent recess. And when I saw it, I said, because the last time he came, he fully admitted he'd been poking around in there with cotton buds, Q-tips. And I saw it again about a year later, and I said, have you been poking anything around in it this time again? And he swore blind. It was a no. Do I believe him? I don't know how else it can end up down here. I really don't. It's probably more obvious when you look in the second ear as well, but I really don't know how it gets down here without any help, to be honest with you. Well, it doesn't. It's the long and short of it. Unless, give the benefit of the doubt, because he's got quite a prominent recess in this, maybe as the skin's shedding deep down there, it gets stuck in the recess and then continues to build up behind it. Benefit of the doubt, maybe. I'm not sure. But this is all done with, this is how small this ear is. This is the fine end tube. And it was a nasty, difficult little consistency that's quite difficult to get a grip of because it doesn't all come away in one piece. We did have to finish this with a little bit of irrigation as well, which you'll see. It's only quick, but it'll be pretty obvious why I did that in a minute. So we can already see a little bit of the eardrum. And to get this out, it was tricky because, yes, little bits are disappearing up the tube, but you can't really get a full grip, even if what I'm doing is I'm holding it on there to build up the power to then lift it up, and it just doesn't seem to want to bunch together and lift up. So I've got to do it one little piece at a time, which is one of the reasons why we had to irrigate it in the end. Before I forget, subscriber of the day today is Terry Birch. Thank you for being a valued subscriber, Terry. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your shout out. I know you've left a few comments asking for one, so there you are. I really appreciate you. Anyway, back to this ear, and it's quite dark as well, so it's clearly been down there a while. So maybe just couldn't get out the habit. I don't know. He's quite a young chap as well. And as we can see, more of the eardrum is starting to be revealed. The issue I had here was visualizing the last little bit, which is really tucked away down the area I'm in now. Managed to get a bit of it in the inferior recess. That's at the bottom of the ear canal there. And the issue I had, even though this is the smallest tube that we use, as I put the tube nearer to it, I have to pull the endoscope further away, which means it's your visualization, it's further in the distance, therefore harder to see. But sometimes these things can be that small that when you put the tube in, it actually obstructs. You can't actually see the thing in front of you, so you've no real depth perception of how close you're getting to it. So for me, that comes with a level of unacceptable risk. Now I can just see around the edges of it there, but as little bits come out, it gets less and less easy to see down there. And because it kind of goes over a hill and down into a valley, the suction tube has to be over the top of the endoscope. You can't come in from underneath it. So it has to be over the top, and when you get over the top, that hill kind of obstructs your view, so you can't see what you're doing. So what I'm about to do any second now, you'll see a little jet of water coming in, and more than I thought was down there actually came. You'll see little bits flapping around. And I still think there is some left in the inferior recess there. But you will see that slowly appear from nothing. Sorry about that, I didn't turn my phone off before I turned it on. And you see a few little bits of loose skin flapping around as well. I think I'm going to suction those after I've done it, which also helps to dry out the ear canal as well. And there it is. You can see more coming there. So looking straight on, you couldn't see this. I mean, I had a rough idea that it was there, but I couldn't see it. It was just struggling to let go the last little bit. So at that point, I went back to the suction to tidy up the last few bits. And like I said, it also helps to dry out the ear canal as well to prevent reduce the likelihood of any problems in the future. Anyway, a couple of other things to tell you about. If you've never watched the channel before, I don't spend all the time talking about ears because I'd get bored, and so would you. So I'll tell you a bit about what's going on in my life and in my family's life as well. And quite a lot at the moment. We've got a lot of things to look forward to because we like planning stuff and having trips out, days out. I was always thought, I know I've said this before, if you've got any spare cash, invest in memories. Don't buy things, buy memories. And that's what we're going to do in a couple of weeks, which we're getting ready for at the moment. I'm taking the kids to their very first music festival. And me and my wife used to go to a lot, still do. But obviously when the kids were a bit smaller, not all music festivals are for kids. You know, you can kind of get, for a start, little people in big crowds can't really see what you can't really see the artist. But we found there's a festival up in the Lake District that we're going to in 2-3 weeks called Kendall Calling. If anybody else is, it's quite a big festival. If anyone else is going, give me a shout. Let me know that you're going. Maybe I'll see you there. And it's a bit more family friendly. Because our aim is on the bucket list to go to Glastonbury. So we thought we'd ease the kids in gently with a few smaller festivals. And I'm sure they're going to absolutely have a whale of a time. But this is a staying over festival with camping and all that, which I'm very looking forward to. Although what I'm not looking forward to is getting all the gear in there. Because, by the way, before I forget, does this look like an ear that's had a cotton bud in it? I'm still not convinced. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, what I'm not looking forward to about going to this festival is now when you take your tent, your food, your beer, you get everything packed up in the car, and then you park the car in one area, and then you have to carry it all to the site that you're going to be camping in. And usually that's a bit of a trek. You know, people get trolleys and all sorts, which we bought a big trolley on wheels. But to get from the car park to where you're camping, apparently it's up quite a steep hill, this place. And reading about it, apparently it's got a local nickname, and it's called Heart Attack Hill. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a bit, you'll probably understand that makes me a little bit nervous. Having not one but two people in the family with heart conditions, but maybe I'll have to do a few runs for them and not let them carry anything. I'm sure there's a defib nearby, so we'll be fine. I'm fully trained to use them as well. Some great artists that I'm looking forward to seeing. Let me tell you, some of them are, while I'm going on. The Cortinas, I've seen them before. They were great. Fatboy Slim, Blast from the Past, got Norman Cook, Travis, the Wombats, The Prodigy. I'm not sure. Now, don't get me wrong, I like a bit of dance music. The Prodigy, I'm a bit nervous about having the kids watch them because they've got one particular song that's got some, how should I put it? I'm not even going to say them, questionable lyrics in it. If you've heard of The Prodigy, you'll know exactly which song I'm talking about. I'm just figuring out how do I explain that to the kids. Who else have we got? Daniel Bedingfield, that's a blast from the 90s. Scouting for Girls. Lindy's Farm, that is random. In Spiral Carpets. Reverend and the Makers. Some really great acts. A few comedians as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Anyway, I'll tell you more about it when I get back, which is in a couple of weeks. Very much looking forward to it. As for the ears, I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you want to be a subscriber of the day, you know what you've got to do. You've got to be a subscriber, and you've got to leave me a comment down below saying, I'd love to be a subscriber of the day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.